Summit in Bali, Indonesia in 2020, and I quote, "Global development is not possible without women's participation." Women-led development represents a pivotal shift in the global landscape, heralding an era of accelerated, inclusive, and resilient growth. This paradigm underscores the transformative potential of women's participation and leadership in various sectors, transcending national the traditional gender roles and biases. It recognizes that women have unique perspectives, knowledge, and experiences that can help to address some of the most pressing development challenges. Women-led development has become the centerpiece of a sustainable and an inclusive growth in India, its businesses, and the communities. Empowering women politically, socially, and economically has been a significant policy objective of the Government of India. The government has taken extraordinary measures, including the Stand Up India PM Mudra Yojana, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Yojana, Poshan Abhiyan, increasing the scope of entrepreneurship amongst women. India has more women-owned companies in the compared, not companies, women-owned enterprises compared to any other country around the world. And around 8.59 lakh women-led MSMEs were registered in financial year 2022 itself, up to March 28, 2022. So that's a very big figure in comparison to 4.9 lakh registered in financial year 21. So apart from the Honorable President of India, many other women have been in the news recently. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, both of them were actually present, graced our Foundation Day event on 4th of October at Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi. And then we have Biocon Executive Chairperson Kiran Majumdar-Shaw and Nykaa founder Falguni Nair. They were also among the 6 Indians who made it to the Forbes annual list of the world's 100 most powerful women. So 6 out of 100 is for one country is a good figure, I would say. Accelerated growth under the aegis of women signifies a departure from stagnant norms. Women, when given equal opportunities, drive economic dynamism and innovation. Their presence in leadership positions fosters diverse perspective and inclusive decision making, expediting progress in previously untapped sectors. Inclusivity is at the heart of women-led development. This is also a part of the G20 objectives, and India holding the presidency of the G20. This becomes all the more important. By dismantling barriers to entry and challenging gender-biased discriminations, women's leadership ensures that all the segments of society benefit from growth. It paves the way for marginalized communities to participate actively in development processes, narrowing social disparities and fostering cohesion. Inclusive policies led to more robust, balanced and just societies. The women are not only on the right path of self-development, but women have become leaders in the development of the nation, and this is a really big achievement for the women and the country. It is a matter of satisfaction that women are not only developing themselves, but becoming national and global catalysts in the development of the women and thus performing leaders' roles in the development of the country. As we embark on the journey towards a more equitable and progressive world, recognizing women's indispensable role in accelerated growth, promoting inclusivity and fostering resilience is not merely an option, it is an imperative for a sustainable and prosperous future. The theme of this 4th technical session explores the multifaceted dimensions of women-led development, emphasizing its role in propelling societies towards a more equitable, prosperous and sustainable future. I am privileged to be moderating this particular session. I being the only male council member of ICSI, Central Council member, I would definitely look forward to more women counterparts in future. And I'm so privileged to have CS Preeti Malhotra, who was the first. She has also the distinction of becoming the first female president of the ICSI. So I'm privileged to have her here, and of course IAS Shweta Agarwal ji comes from my state only, of West Bengal. I've heard her, and on public demand she has been she has been invited to be a speaker here. So I'm really dying to hear both of you. To start with, I would request CS Preeti Malhotra ji to shed a light on this particular topic. Ma'am, you can take 15 minutes time and enrich us with your take on this particular topic. Thank you so much.
Hello, hello. Hello? Yeah. Many thanks, CS Rupashna Day, Council Member, the ICSI. Dignitaries on the dais, Ms. Shweta Agarwal, IAS, Additional District Magistrate, West Bengal, other dignitaries of the dais, dear friends. I thank ICSI and its president for inviting me for today's technical session on the theme Women-Led Development. You heard, during the G20 India presidency, women-led development has emerged as a new narrative, marking a critical shift from the focus on women's empowerment alone to women-led development. Women, rather than just being passive recipients, have to be catalysts of change and the architects of India's progress and development. Gender parity can only then become a reality, where women aren't just beneficiaries of development, but are setting the agenda as leaders and as equal participants. Now, it's actually important that the Brazil G20 presidency takes us forward and ensures that all these ideas actually get implemented. There is enough evidence today to support that this hypothesis is very useful, sustainable, and the power sharing not just benefits the society, but women's active participation becomes like life force multipliers. Because when women have access to resources, it's been seen that they invest in the education, in the health of families, communities, more than men, and consequently the communities prosper much more. As an example, we see because of the government push of promoting leadership at the grassroots level in political systems and governance, 49% of the panchayati leaders in India today are women. And in those areas, you see a definite improvement in health, education, nutrition, lesser early marriages, and overall the societies have become far more prosperous and progressive. So there is a multiplier effect on economies, and India can boost their GDP by up to 27% by raising women workforce participation. In fact, their underutilization, I would say, leads to massive loss to the economy. Therefore, there is a need to invest in education, health, skilling, digital literacy, and economic empowerment of women so that we can have this multiplier effect on the economy. Under the G20 presidency, focus areas included women's role in climate change, entrepreneurship, digital policy making, education, skilling, labor market participation, and very importantly, financial inclusion to make them equal stakeholders in development. They have also launched the digital inclusion platform for women, both for learning, skilling, training, and also an online platform for mentoring and networking. So I think brilliant ideas, and really hope this gets actioned well, because this will empower women to have the courage to control their destiny, pursue their ambitions, pursue the careers of their choice, and consequently become bread earners and decision makers. But for that, there will have to be substantial institutional transformation. Changes in the policy, legal framework, and most importantly, societal behavioral changes. We can't be reactive, we have to be proactive. At one point of time, I thought meritocracy should be the way forward. I myself always fought on merits. But maybe I was lucky I didn't have discrimination in the family and or in my work environment, but that's not the case with all women. And if there is no legislative change, then you see that things move at their own pace. And one realizes that power sharing between men and women is extremely important for gender parity, and the importance of the perspectives of 50% of the population of the country cannot be ignored any longer, and therefore affirmative action is required to equalize opportunities on a fast-track basis and to improve the lives and dignity of women. And to bring parity, women have to lead from the front and have to be at the helm of organizations, institutions, and also politics. And I feel that the Women's Reservation Bill is a step in the right direction. The future will be much better with a woman at every table, and much more prosperous, I would say, with a woman at every table, where decisions are made. And it's important that women from across the world have to claim their spaces in leadership and decision making. For example, today we know just 7.4% companies of the Fortune 500 companies are run by women. This needs to be changed. Today it doesn't need to be emphasized that various researchers have suggested that gender parity leads to much better performance in all aspects and all levels. In fact, many reports on gender diversity in corporates have shown that whenever women are most strongly represented on boards or top management levels, these companies are also the ones that perform the best. And I'm sure this would hold true in every situation. And therefore, we need equal representation of women in boardrooms. Till women are not in equal proportion in the helm, gender parity within the organization cannot become a total reality. The mandate of the government to appoint one woman director encouraged women to join boards. I literally saw it in front of my eyes. They trained themselves, gained knowledge, and now are very comfortable as board members. It took a bit of time, it took a couple of years, but now they are very comfortable as board members. And so I personally feel that affirmative action and legislative policy can help achieve the objective much faster. And the effects of the change then reverberate across the ecosystem. In Scandinavian countries, also in many other countries, you